Come on, Alice. Come sit with Mookie. Sit with Mookie. Hey guys, if we could go ahead and gather these guys and take a seat, because they're going to be coming in, so it's quite a production back here, so we just need everyone to stay clear of back here and the aisle, okay? Just sit there.
Aria, come on.
Aria.
Let's go sit down.
Aria. Thank you.
I got her. You want her?
You guys. No, I just want her to get out of here. I got it.
That's a good try.
Okay. All right, you guys are all good?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We're ready. Okay, you can take a seat. We're going to get started.
Nothing new, flashback on nights. The words are in your program. Picture me walking too far ahead. You're calling to me. Go slow, I'll fall behind. Second hand unwind. Lost, you can look and you will find it. Time after time, I'll catch you, be waiting. Time after time, then you can look and you will find me. Time after time, I will catch you, I will be waiting. Time after time, time after time. This sun's turned to gray, washing the windows. Wondering if I'm okay. Inside.
If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time, everybody.
Oh, I will catch you waiting. Time after time.
Time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after
time.
You can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll be waiting. Time after time. If you're lost, you can look and you will find me. Time after time. If you fall, I will catch you. I'll
Be waiting. Time after time. time after time.
Wash me away, so that all
All's
that's
left
is
Lord,
Spirit,
wash me away.
so that
All that's left is love.
Spirit,
Wash me away. All that's left is love. There's so much magnificence in the ocean. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are running. So much magnificence in the ocean. Waves are coming in, the waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. So much magnificence. Please rise. Waves are coming in, waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. Waves are coming in, waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. The waves are coming in, the waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. Waves are coming in, the waves are coming in. There is so much magnificence in the ocean. Waves are coming in, the waves are coming in.
Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary,
Pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true. With thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Die, 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 die. Ya da 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 da. Ya da da da. Ya da 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 da. Da 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 da. Ya da da da. Ya da da. Oh Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. Mi adir al hakol, mi baruch al hakol, mi gadol al hakol, hi tevarech et hadodiot. Let there be splendor upon everything. Let there be blessing upon everything. Let there be grandeur, magnificence upon everything. May God bless these beloveds. I'm going to invite you to come and stand under your chuppah. Ma nora hamakom hazeh. How awesome is this moment? How awesome is this God, and how awesome is this union? First of all, I want to welcome all of you here. So for those of you who I've not yet met, my name is Joshua Lesser, and I have the privilege of being the rabbi to officiate the service and really stand in the spirit of this really special ceremony today. We honor deeply both Malka and Mercy's traditions, and they have created something very unique and special like themselves. And so, for all of you, Malka and Mercy's family and friends, your presence here today is an incredible blessing. So thank you. Together, you, me, all of us, we will embody the source of love. And our invitation is to pay close attention to the words of commitment, to the promises and the hopes that Mercy and Malka express to one another today. We will uplift these gestures of love, these motions of care, with our active witness. And so it really is at this moment that I will also ask if you'll indulge this sense of active witness. And we have amazing professionals who are documenting this moment. And so if we put our cell phones away and take our hearts out, bring our eyes, our smiles, it really is that kind of having no barriers between us, which is incredibly important. Because together we are creating this container, this sacred vessel that will allow Malka and Mercy to open their hearts as wide as they have ever been open, and invite the divine presence to weave the two of them together and all of us in this celebration of love, of hope, of commitment, and unlimited possibility. May we be receivers and bestowers of blessing. And if you're with me, let me know in some way. Amen. And I want to turn my attention to the two of you, Mercy and Malka. First of all, take a moment to look at the beauty all around us. It is as if nature is singing, is opening up. We have the beauty of the sun. We have the dark tint of the skies. We have the trees beginning to turn. And we have these beautiful people. Your wedding canopy evokes the home that you have been building together. And yet, it is distinct today. There are no walls here as a reminder for the both of you to create a place of warmth that comes from within, a place of welcome, a place of hospitality. And I'm going to invite you once more to take a look at this assemblage of love. Take in their eyes. And so this chuppah also reminds us that the purpose of caring and trusting and loving is to let down the walls, to open yourselves to one another in loving vulnerability. And it is honoring that vulnerability that will let us remember that as important as the words that you will commit to one another is also the depth of silence that you can build with one another. Listening and sitting with silence is one of the simplest and most powerful ways that you can connect. Offering each other your loving attention is one of the most healing ways to be with one another. And so I'm going to invite you to take a moment to look deep into each other's eyes as we all take a moment of silence and witness. It is a marvelous thing to fathom the beauty and the brilliance of your partner by looking in their eyes and knowing how much love they have for you. You'll find in your program a blessing that expresses such gratitude that we could all be here today. We say the Shehechianu, Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, Shehechianu v'kiyamanu v'higianu lahazman hazeh. Blessed are you, Adonai, breath of life, who has kept us alive, who has sustained us, and who has enabled us to reach this very moment. And so we take a moment also, as we recognize your presence, there are some people that we want to notably recognize their absence. And so we honor the memories of those who are not here to celebrate, who have passed, with the words of Chana Senesh, who reminded us that there are stars whose radiance is visible on earth, though they have long been extinct. There are people whose brilliance continues to light the world, even when they are no longer among the living. These lights are particularly bright when the night is dark. They light the way for humankind. And so we remember Malka's great-grandma Shirley, Grandpa Harry, Grandma Harriet, Grandpa Murray, and Uncle Craig. May their memories be a blessing. And we remember Mercy's grandparents, Howard and Christine Monroe, her grandparents, Charles and Frances Harris, and her uncle, Kenneth Harris. May their memories be a blessing. And we also invoke the spirits of friends and family for whom circumstances, whether it was distance or illness, that made it impossible for them to be here. And we are so grateful for their blessing and their celebratory wishes from afar. And they enter into this chuppah right now. And friends, just take a breath with me. Because sadly, we also take a moment to recognize that there are people here, there are people who are not here, of their own choice. Somehow, anxiety, fear, dogma, and judgment rose above their love. And yet, because of who we are, we still hold them in our hearts. We live in a world where we are not yet free from homophobia and the separation it causes. And it is because we know so much love, and we know the power of love, and that we can deeply take it in and feel it, that we have the maturity to acknowledge the pain and sadness of their absence, visibly, openly. And we know that healing and redemption are always possible. In every relationship, we do not give up. And we know that we pray that though the gulf may feel large on such a day as this, that we move towards healing and wholeness and possibility. And we hold that space today. And so when we sit with the mysterious and we look at how things unfold that we could never guess, for me, one of the greatest sources of strength in our tradition, as the psalmist noted, are the hills. in which surround us at this moment. And so we lift our eyes to the hills as we hear Psalm 121, sung by Mia.
Shir lama'alot esahenaya leharim me'ayin yavo Ezri me'im Hashem osei shamayim ba'aretz al yitein lamot raglecha Al yanum shomrecha Hine lo yanum velo yishan Shomrehu Yisrael Adonai shomrecha Adonai tzilcha Al yad yaminecha Hine lo yanum velo yishan Shomrehu Yisrael Adonai shomrecha, Adonai tzilcha, al yad yaminecha, al yad yaminecha.
The divine presence is not only found in these hills around us, but in the image of each and every one of us. Each one of you represents an important part of Mercy and Malka's lives. And just as each of you are important, they would like you to take a moment to recognize the splendor of one another. So Malka and Mercy invite us to greet one another by passing the peace, which is a beautiful Christian tradition that is done in many communities where we extend to our neighbors and we say, peace be with you. You can also say shalom, shalom aleichem, or hey y'all. Whatever speaks to you, but take a moment and pass the peace. Peace be with you. Peace be with you. Shalom. Shalom. Peace be with you. Peace be with you.
Yeah, you got me to cry a lot. Thanks. Should I be going up too?
Sure.
Okay.
Peace be with you. Peace be with you.
Peace be with you.
Hey, y'all. Shalom. 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 So we would like to invite Reverend Jennifer McNally to offer this prayer, the Eternal Spirit, the New Zealand Book of Prayers version of the Lord's Prayer.
Eternal Spirit, Earth Maker, Pain Bearer, Life Giver, Source of all that is and all that shall be, Father and Mother of us all. Loving God, in whom is heaven, the hallowing of your name echo through the universe. The ways of your justice be followed by the peoples of the world. Your heavenly will be done by all created beings. Your commonwealth of peace and freedom sustain our hope and come on earth. With the bread we need for today, feed us. In the hurts we absorb from one another, forgive us. In times of temptation and test, strengthen us. From trials too great to endure, spare us. From the grip of all that is evil, free us. For you reign in the glory of the power that is love, now and forever. Amen.
Amen. We sanctify this day, this moment, with the sacred nature of water. Brucha at mekor ha'chaim, mekor ma'im chayim. Amen. Blessed are you, Holy One, our God, ruler of time and space, creator of ma'im chayim, of these living waters, who awaken us to the blessings of marriage. L'chaim. So before Malka and Mercy say their vows and exchange rings, they have asked that we all participate, this beloved community, in a tradition called the warming of the rings. The wedding rings are the most visible sign of the bond that these two people are about to make, a commitment to life, to each other, and to the future. And in fact, when they exchange rings, it seals the words of commitment that they made when signing their ketubah earlier. Later, when we leave from this place, there will be an opportunity not only to warm these rings, but also to sign your name on their wedding covenant that you will see indoors. And as you take part in blessing these rings, as they are passed through the community, you will hold them in your hands. You will pause for a moment to offer a prayer or to make a wish for the couple and for their future. Warm them with your love before you pass them to the next person. These rings will not only be a gift from one to another, but will be given with your love, support, and wisdom. When these rings come back to the couple, they will be filled with what is most precious, the love and the blessings of their family and their friends. So I'd like to invite Kip Dooley to read an excerpt from The Art of Loving. You can stand next to me. Yeah, I think this works.
Love is possible only if two persons communicate with each other from the center of their existence. Hence, if each one of them experiences themselves from the center of their existence. Only in this central experience is human reality. Only here is aliveness. Only here is the basis for love. Love experienced thus is a constant challenge. It is not a resting place, but a moving, growing, working together. Even whether there is harmony or conflict, joy or sadness, is secondary to the fundamental fact that two people experience themselves from the essence of their existence. That they are one with each other by being one with themselves, rather than by fleeing from themselves.
we get to offer some words of reflection. And you should know that their instructions to me were to gush over them and the goddess. So... And the truth is that's a very easy thing to do. So, first I want to say that we stand in this moment in the Jewish cycle of readings between having just read the very beginning of creation and the stories of Genesis, as this week we'll also begin reading the story of Noah and this covenant that is expressed with all of humanity through its rainbow glory. So I want to say that standing in that scene, the teaching that love recreates the world is an incredibly powerful teaching. And I want to first reflect personally and say that the two of you have been so committed in recreating the world. That there is a way that you bring such depth of care, of love, and kindness to not only the work you do in the world, but to the relationships you have, and even to the way that you connect with strangers. An author named Rosemary Franken said that anyone can be passionate, but it takes true lovers to be silly. So, check, right? That was and I love that. You know, there are many comedians in thinking about creating the world that's like, what's with the platypus? Or, that there is a way that silliness is woven into this world as much as there is pain and brokenness. And that when there are moments when we can bring a sense of lightness, it's incredibly important because for those that know that you are unafraid of walking into the places where there is darkness. That you are unafraid of looking and seeing where there is challenge, where there is injustice, and asking, what can I do? And saying in the middle of that place, Hineni, here I am, to figure out what is my role, what is my part. And for people who stay in that place and aren't able to find the sense of lightness and joy, it becomes a really heavy place. Whereas responsibility turns into burden, rather than responsibility being a calling, a recognizing the goddess speaking to us and saying, there are broken pieces that are woven throughout this world, and you are here, Malka and Mercy, to bring your care and help extract that light and return it to its source. And so know that the silliness is not superfluous. The silliness is what helps the balance. It is allowing a sense of play, a sense of delighting in creation, in the world, in your family and friends, and with each other. And so you should know, along with delight comes responsibility, and with responsibility comes delight. That there is a way that is what heals the brokenness most often. And that when we can alleviate someone's suffering, it extends their capacity to feel a sense of deep and great joy. Barbra Streisand said, everyone has a right to love and be loved, and nobody on this earth that we are recreating at this moment, I added that, Barbara, sorry, Babs, has the right to tell anyone, no one has the right to tell anyone that their love for another human being is morally wrong. There is so much about the courage and the bravery to be truly loving. That courage is sometimes when the world might say differently. They might hold up expectations. And to be committed to love is to be authentic and to own who you are and to allow that to fully unfold and be celebrated and to be loved. And I also believe that there is a way that when two people are able to do that, they offer permission and invitation even for others to find their deep sense of authenticity. That is another way that the world gets recreated when we're expressing a sense of love. Now, alongside the extraordinariness of each of you, your love of both glitter and justice, right? Your love of deep ritual and great play. I think about our house blessing. As we blessed your house, it also became part dance party. Should we do a little dance party under the chuppah for two? No. And I believe that it is these weavings of love that bind these together. Carter Hayward, great theologian, said that love is a choice, not simply or necessarily a rational one, right? But rather it is a willing to be present to one another without pretense or without guile. To be able to say, Hineni, here I am, in the all of it. She says that love is a conversion to humanity, a willingness to participate with others in healing of a broken world and of broken lives. Love is the choice to experience life as a member of the human family, a partner in the dance party of life.
Amen.
Amen. And the last thing that I want to say to you before we move to your vows is that at the end of the ceremony, as you know, you will shatter a glass. And as Carter Hayward talks about, that love is agreeing to heal those broken places, that shatteredness of the glass is very much a commitment to helping bring healing to those broken places in the world. But I deeply believe that what is true for the world is true for ourselves as individuals. And that it is so easy to love what is beautiful and charming, what is charismatic and playful, what is humorous and what is light. And that the true reason, I believe, to get married, to have a union, to make a commitment like the two of you are about to make, is to say, I love all of you, and that each of us carries tender, more vulnerable, even broken places within us. And it is those places that are deserving of a great sense of love. And that is where the healing happens. And so as you make these vows and you kind of express that sense of love, that is part of what you are committing to, is loving the all. And that way, not only do you recreate the world, but your love will create each of you. And we have a role before these vows are expressed. They would like for all of us to be with them in solidarity as a community. And so two people in love do not live in isolation. And in fact, when we try to live in isolation, it's an incredibly challenging thing to do. And so their love is a source of strength which nourishes not only each other, but also all of us and the world around them. And in turn, we, their spiritual community of friends and family, have a responsibility to the couple. By our steadfast care, respect, and love, we can support their union. And so I will ask you to make these vows with me for them. Do you promise to surround Mercy and Malka in love, offering them the joys of your friendship, and to sustain them in their marriage? If yes, say we do.
We do.
Do you promise to commit your support to them as individuals and as a couple with your love, your wisdom, or with your natural resourcefulness?
We do.
Do you promise to encourage them to pursue their vision of justice, their dreams, and their delights in the world? If yes, say,
We do.
Great. And as they have offered their support and solidarity, it's an opportunity for the two of you to connect with one another. I'm just going to invite you to look at one another and repeat after me. Mercy, And Malka, if you'll repeat after me. Mercy.
Oh, you say.
Mhm.
Oh, do I need to I want to hear.
Mercy.
As I stand with you
As I stand with you
under the chuppah,
under the chuppah,
I commit myself to you,
I commit myself to you,
entering into a sacred covenant
entering into a sacred covenant
of love and trust.
of love and trust.
I promise
I promise
to cherish, honor, and support you,
to cherish, honor, and support you,
to be a loving, patient,
to be a loving, patient,
and loyal partner,
and loyal partner,
respecting our differences
respecting our differences
and showing sensitivity
and showing sensitivity
for your needs.
for your needs.
I vow
I vow
to grow stronger with you
to grow stronger with you
and to meet life's challenges
to meet life's challenges
as a team.
as a team.
I promise
I promise
to respect your autonomy
to respect your autonomy
while cultivating
while cultivating
a shared life and vision,
a shared life and vision,
placing God at the center of our family.
placing God at the center of our family.
I promise
I promise
to establish a home
to establish a home
that is open and compassionate to all,
that is open and compassionate to all,
and honoring our mutual traditions.
and honoring our mutual traditions.
Hineni,
Hineni,
here I am.
here I am.
Mercy, if you'll repeat after me. Malka,
Malka,
as I stand with you
as I stand with you
under the chuppah,
under the chuppah,
I commit myself to you,
I commit myself to you,
entering into a sacred covenant
entering into a sacred covenant
of love and trust.
of love and trust.
I promise
Promise
to cherish, honor, and support you,
to cherish, honor, and support you,
to be a loving, patient, and loyal partner,
to be a loving, patient, and loyal partner,
respecting our differences
respecting our differences
and showing sensitivity
and showing sensitivity
for your needs.
for your needs.
I vow to grow stronger with you
I vow to grow stronger with you
and to meet life's challenges as a team.
and to meet life's challenges as a team.
I promise
I promise
to respect your autonomy
to respect your autonomy
while cultivating
while cultivating
a shared life and vision,
a shared life and vision,
placing God at the center of our family.
placing God at the center of our family.
I promise
I promise
to establish a home
to establish a home
that is open and compassionate to all,
that is open and compassionate to all,
and honoring of our mutual traditions.
and honoring of our mutual traditions.
Hineni,
Hineni,
here I am.
here I am. We're gonna have to bluff them on our fingers.
Yes.
Oh wait, they're wrapping it up.
Yes. So we're going to chant as the rings are being blessed. O Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. O Lord, prepare me to be a sanctuary, pure and holy, tried and true, and with thanksgiving, I'll be a living sanctuary for you. You'll take Malka's ring.
can feel the blessing.
And if you will repeat after me and look at Malka. Anila Dodi.
Anila Dodi.
Vidodili.
Vidodi.
If you'll place the ring on Malka's finger. And Malka, if you repeat after me and look at Mercy. I am for my beloved.
I am for my beloved.
And my beloved is for me.
My beloved is for me.
If you place the ring on her finger. I've asked Malka and Mercy to share love letters or reflections to each other, and Malka will offer hers to Mercy.
Yeah, get that out. Mercy. Is it on?
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Mercy, my soon-to-be husband lesbian. It is with incredible awe and sweet delight that I'm finally standing here before you in this moment, in this beauty, under this stunning chuppah that you constructed with your strong hands and open heart and lots of community support. Surrounded by our most treasured and supportive loved ones, and held by the expansiveness of our higher power. Mercy, I adore you. You are my beloved, my beshert, my soulmate, my best friend, my perpetual date, my favorite dance partner. I love you. I love how we met on the winter solstice in Minneapolis. How fitting for two clergy in training to find light on the darkest day of the year. What started out as a 30-minute tour of the city quickly moved from a life-giving flirt fest to a spiritually nourishing love. I love our long conversations about God and spirituality and community and religion and queerness and white privilege and social justice. I love nerding out with you about the Bible, exploring texts and theologies and interpretations. I love exploring Georgia with you, camping in the mountains, biking in our neighborhood, hiking in nature, and walks on the Beltline. I love our daily dance parties in the kitchen, when we blast our favorite gay anthems, Lady Gaga, Beyonce, and random Spotify mixes, bolting out the lyrics at the top of our lungs and connecting with our bodies. I love creating rituals with you, praying with you, meditating with you, retreating with you. I love our nightly gratitude practice. I love coming home to you. Mercy, I promise to honor you, your words, your feels, your body, your process, your journey. I promise to stay grounded and present with you. I promise to do the work, even when I would rather visit Unicorn Planet. I promise to continue taking you on creative surprise dates. I promise to use words of affirmation so you can feel deeply loved, seen, heard, and known. I promise to share our abundant blessings with our loved ones and the world around us. I love you. Wow.
You have been changing my life since the moment you came into it. I was struck by how our first meeting could feel simultaneously so profound and yet so lighthearted. I love that you know who you are. I love that you are willing to grow and can be tenacious about strengthening our relationship. I admire your drive and your enthusiasm. You also help me to not take myself so seriously. You are hilarious and playful and loving, strong and sassy and beautiful. In you, I have truly met my match. I promise to support your desire for health and balance. I promise to take care of you when you're sick and when we get old. I promise to shower you with affection and take you on romantic dates. I promise to be a responsible steward of our resources. I will strive with you to create a home that supports our work as well as our rest and play. I will listen to you and turn towards you. I will celebrate your triumphs with you and grieve with you in your disappointments. I will support your growth and development and cultivate gentleness for your wounds and limitations. I will seek to stay connected with you, knowing I love you better. I promise to seek out new experiences, inspiring art together. I promise to be a sounding board for your projects and creative pursuits. I promise to have nerdy conversations about biblical texts and religious expression. I will pray for and with you. I will be intentional about making Sabbath together. I promise to share our abundant blessings with our families, communities, and all who dwell on earth. Malka, thank you for revealing yourself to me. Thank you for loving me in my imperfection, both accepting me and challenging me. Thank you for committing to me in this relationship. I'm not perfect. Mention that. Still true. The greeting I give you every day might not show the warmth I have in my heart for you. But I promise to keep showing up, to keep choosing you in our shared life every day. I feel blessed beyond measure to have you as my companion for all the adventures yet to come. I love you.
I would like to invite all of you who are offering the 7 blessings as we enfold them with this idea that love recreates the world. And if you'll come, I think we're going to gather with me, and we'll be able to look at you and everybody.
ברוכת מקור החיים, מקור מים חיים.
Amen. I will give you the...
Blessed is the source of wonder, whose brilliance shines gloriously upon our life. May light shine upon you, bringing you favor.
Amen.
Blessed is the source of life, who gave us breath and the desire to live. May you cherish life and its gifts. Just gotta rub your, just do a little baby.
Blessed is the source of inspiration, who has created us in your image, calling to us to join together in partnership to continue the work of creation. May you see the spark of the divine in all living creatures. Amen.
Blessed is the source of hope, who guides us on our path, uniting us with our mission, reviving us when we are weak, and supporting us when we are strong. May you learn to support each other in your greatness.
Amen.
Blessed is the source of kindness, who fosters love and tenderness. Bless Malka and Mercy with a strong love from gentle hearts.
Amen.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, asher bara sason v'simcha, kala v'chala, gila riva utitza v'chedva, ahava ve'achava, v'shalom v'reut, nirana Eloheinu. Yishama b'yar Yehuda, tuchutzot Yerushalayim, kol sason v'kol simcha, kol kush v'kol kol mitzalot kalot mechuvatan unarimot nimishten gita minataman brochat mekor ha'chaim nesamecha kala im kala.
Amen. Let us all say L'chaim.
I do too.
You can be seated.
That's what you'll do. Huh? Explain your name.
We are nearing the conclusion.
Program.
Together we offer this blessing. Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha.
May God bless you and keep you.
May God bless you and keep you.
Ya'er Adonai panav elecha v'kuneka.
May God make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you.
Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom.
May the Holy One lift up her countenance upon you and give you peace.
Ken yehi ratzon, let it be God's will. You're going to hold hands?
Oh. Don't fall down. Okay. Ready?
Yes.
1, 2, 3.
Mazel tov.
Well, there's that.
Very, very well.
This is cool. I want one of these.
Hi. What's up? How you guys doing? It might kill you.
Tickling you, and you're hot, and you're cold.